up, y'all? Bienvenidos. It's your girl Nia Williams, and I'm back with another video. And in today's video, we're gonna be doing technically it's a thrift flip, but it's gonna be based off of a halter top I literally just did yesterday. So I uploaded it on YouTube, and I had one of my subscribers comment and ask if I could do a tutorial on it. So here we are doing a tutorial. So we're gonna first start off with some fabric. I'm gonna use this top that I thrifted. I didn't even thrift this, actually. Got it from like a donation store, if that makes sense. But I really like this shimmering kind of look that it has on it. So I'm gonna take this apart and we're gonna use this fabric, and then we're gonna start on how I made the halter top.
So I started off by laying the other top on top of the fabric just so I can cut it out in a perfect square. Now I know that I have these pieces folded, so I just kind of measure out how far I want to cut it. Even if it's just a little bigger, we're still gonna fuck with it. Then I draped it over the mannequin, and I made sure to do it at an angle to get that off slanted look. And I make sure that I'm going to fold and pin down all of these edges right here just so we can get a visual of how everything is going to look. So let's get to it.
So here we are, we have everything pinned down. And then we're just going to take this. I also started pinning this side too, but we're going to do one side at a time so that we're not messing up the overlapping of each corner, and making sure that everything is straight and neat. And then I also started to do something like a matching skirt, so we'll see. We might have an extra, little add-on to this little tutorial, but we'll see how it goes. After doing this side, we're just gonna run it through the machine and do it on this side too, fold it, hem it down, and everything like that. And then we'll work on the strings. Also, I make sure to put my setting on the straight stitch, and I always use a straight stitch for literally everything that I do. But just to let you guys know, the machine that I'm using is a Brother. I heard that these machines aren't really that good, but this has been making my outfits. I've done a lot of different outfits with this machine alone. So tread lightly when it comes to the Brothers. When it comes to you making or getting your first sewing machine and you're starting your sewing journey, just make sure you do your research on which machine is best for you. But I would say the Brother machine is a very good beginner one. Eventually you can upgrade and get you a new one, but I would say this has worked for me very well in the past 2 years. After sewing it down, this is how the inside should look. So when you flip it over, this is how the inside looks. I'm still working on this end, but I just want to show you that I did do one side first, and then once I get to that other side, I overlap it and I fold it over, and then I stitch it and I sew it down so that it has that finished look at the ends on the corners, and nothing's like popping out, nothing's popping out, and everything is just straight in place. So I'm gonna finish up this last side, and then we're gonna move on to making the strings. Okay, so right now I got it pinned up, and all I did was folded this corner underneath so that there's enough space in here for the string to go through. I made sure to do it on both of the sides as well, and I'm gonna do it on this side so I can show you guys how I did it. Don't mind these spots, this is from glue when I was doing my one outfit. But I literally just take this corner and I literally just fold it under. Like that's literally what I do. Hold on. So then it looks like this. Make sure it's like straight on the ends, but this is how it looks after pinning everything down. And then we're going to move on to making the straps, and we're going to make 3 of them, one for here, one for this side, and one for this side. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna measure out 24 inches. For my other top I did 26, but we're gonna cut down 2 inches, but we're gonna cut 3 24-inch strings or pieces of fabric, and then I'm gonna show y'all how the pieces look, and then I'm gonna walk you through how I folded it and made the string look like this. Now that we have our 3 pieces, I'm going to start off by folding them in half like this and running a stitch all the way down. This is how I'm going to start first, and then after that I'm going to fold it again to make it a little bit smaller and turn it into more like a spaghetti strap. But first we're going to do all 3 of these with the one fold over this way. Now you can turn them to the back side so that it's easier. I think, yeah, these 2 are turned on the back side, this is on the front side. So you're just going to turn it on its back side so that the curves on the edge of the fabric is easier to fold on like that. Okay, let's get to it. First we're gonna fold it corner to corner like this, and then we're gonna run this part through the machine. Just simple stitch. Just so we can get that end secured like that. And then I'm gonna cut off this excess string. Cut this excess string off so it doesn't get caught. And then we're gonna put it in the machine this way so that we can sew down this way, so that we can have it secured, and the string will look like this after we run it through the machine. So I'll just start at the top, run it a little bit without the footer down, just gonna get a couple stitches in. And then, oh, gotta thread that back. Great time to learn how to thread your machine if you don't know how to thread it. There you go. Boom. Now we go back to how I started. Okay, and then I'll put the footer down and I just run this through the machine, and every time it goes up I just continue to fold it corner to corner, and I just push it through. Make sure it lines up, edge to edge, corner to corner. Just so I can show you guys what it looks like, this is the one that we just did, and we folded it over, did the first stitch. The second fold is just literally end to end. Put it in the machine and fold it all the way down. That's all we gotta do. If y'all enjoy this video, let me know and I can go live, do live stream tutorials so you guys can join in and watch me do the whole entire process. Might do multiple parts, but if you're interested in me upgrading the way that I do my tutorials, just let me know. This is the string. You see how it's kind of curved a little bit? I just go on one end and I could just give it a little tug so I can move that string down and straighten it out. 1991, what I do when my eyes closed. There you go. 3 times. So now we're gonna take all these strings and we're gonna put them in the proper place. But before we do that, we gotta sew down this triangle. So all that we're gonna do is this back piece, we're just gonna tack it in right there, run it through the machine, tack it right there on all corners for the front and both sides. So when you turn it on the back side, it's gonna look like this. Just make sure you only tack the end part so you have enough room in the middle to put the strings through on all sides. If you're someone who is more about the measurements for you when it comes to this piece, I don't have a measurement exactly for this. Hold on, let me see. So it's like this square piece is like a 14 by 11 piece, roughly around there. You can add a little bit extra on both ends, but I just took the square and I just rotated it to the side so that it has this angled look. So now we're going to tack these down and then we're going to put the strings through here, and then I'm going to put it back on the mannequin so you can see the final touch. And this is the final look once everything is put in place. You put the string through this part up here. I put the string through the side parts and then I sewed it down so that it can stay in place and it doesn't move. Tie along in the back, same thing on this side. And that's how we come to this final piece. Now, for part 2, I'm gonna do the skirt. And this is what the final look looks like. Yes, it has a little scrunched up part right here. That's fine for me. If you don't want it like that, I can't really tell you how to not have it like that, but this is how the finished look is. It has the slant to the side, ties in the back. And yeah, I really enjoyed making this top the second time around more than the first time. Honestly, the first time was just a freestyle and I was just going with it and I was just doing what felt best to me and I was draping it and that was the result. But now to actually go step by step and to teach you guys how I made this top, I'm actually pretty proud of myself. So I'm gonna make some matching bottoms for this top. I might just do a skirt. Okay, y'all, welcome back to part 2. But here in part 2, I've already started draping the dress on my mannequin. This is the piece that I'm working on right now. Big ass rectangle. Gonna sew down the edges, hem the edges, and it's gonna go right here. This is the band that's gonna go across the top, and then I'm gonna add this piece on the side so it gives this peekaboo spot right here on the hip. And yeah, I just gonna be working on it a little bit. I might go live and do this live, but hear me out. Just wait. We gonna put this together. Just wait. So what I'm gonna start off with is sewing the edges down and just hemming these edges first. I'm gonna do all 4 corners and then I'm gonna put it back on the mannequin so you guys can see how it's going to look. And then I'm just gonna hem everything else. Hem this side of the skirt, hem the band also as well, and just, you know, put it all back together and see how it looks, you know, do some cutting and stuff like that. So I'm gonna take you guys along the process of doing this skirt, but right now we're gonna focus on getting this situated. Okay, I sewed everything down when it came to this piece, but I put it back up so I could show you guys how it's gonna look. It's kind of a little funky, it's a little weird, but I kind of like it, you know. I like the slit in the front. I was thinking either putting this part in the front or putting it in the back. This will be on the waistband of the skirt. Might do something like a tie-on, we'll see. And then in the back it's gonna be like this. This is gonna overlay on this part. Might just tuck that other piece underneath. But as we're just making it as we go. But this is probably like the most accented part because this is where the hip, I'm gonna give that peekaboo on the hip. And yeah, so let's get on to attaching this piece on the side to this big piece that we just sewn down, and then lastly we're gonna attach the band to this, and then it'll be the whole entire finished skirt. Now we got these two pieces sewn together. I made sure to sew this part in the front and also this part in the front too. Actually hemmed this side down as well. So now we're gonna move on to the band that's gonna go around here, and also connect these two pieces and give that peekaboo on the hip. And then after that, I'm gonna pair it with the top, and then we're gonna see the final result in this whole entire outfit. I have some extra fabric right here that we're gonna use to put along the waistline of this skirt and make this band so that it matches this piece right here. And then when I finish this part, finish sewing it, I'm gonna put it on and I'm gonna show you guys the end result. Here is the final look. I put the band on here. I made sure to also add in a hook so that it can hook onto here, so the strap can have easy access to put on and take off. This is paired with the top, and now I'm gonna show you guys what it looks like on me. This is the final look, top and skirt. Got the peekaboo on the side. Everything is looking real nice, real fine. Definitely would wear something underneath these, kind of like maybe a thong or something to make it hide underneath this part. But all of this come together, put it together nicely. I really enjoyed making this outfit and doing the tutorial for you guys. So if you guys enjoyed this one, give it a big thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.